Well, welcome back everyone. So the last 36 hours here has been pretty wet. I think there may have been 10 mils in the rain gauge beforehand, but there's 100 in there now, so it has rained quite a lot. We've had a bit of a break in the weather today though. It hasn't rained, but they are talking thunderstorms or thunder showers this afternoon. Hopefully we can kind of miss it because I don't really need any more. Everything's started to flood again. It has gone down since this morning though, because the water was sort of backed up all through there, which is good. There's probably more out there than you think though. The grass is just hiding a lot of it. But I just need a couple of dry hours. I probably only need one, to be honest, because Dad is bringing the young herd in. They should be just coming over that rise any minute now. And this afternoon I am going to be putting mating indicators on them. These things, Estratex. All the AI stuff has been delivered, so we're good to go. We're a little bit early, so it's only the 2nd today and we don't start mating till the 8th, but I want to get these on and I will describe why soon. But I've actually ordered 3 different colours, so I've got yellow and blue, and then what I'm going to be putting on today is all these, and they are red, I think. Yeah, they're all red or orange. And this is what I was looking for. Some teat seal buckets. And then what I do is I'll put a bit of hot water in the bottom one, like so. I think that'll be enough. And now I'll sit that in there, so that'll heat up. Although, yeah, I probably do need a lid. So these need to be warmed up when they're stuck on, or it's a bit easier, although it's pretty warm today. So the bottom of the bucket's getting hot, and the girls are just coming in. Come on, up you get. Come on, that's it. Dad's just going ahead and he is wiping sort of like the tailbone here just to get whatever oils off that he can. And then now we make a start. So these are pretty easy. Just peel them off like that. And then they go right there, in between that bone there, I guess that's the tailbone, and then that bone there, whatever that one's called. Easy. Well, it's not going too bad. I reckon it'll take about an hour. Probably started at about 3:30. I can't actually see what the time is. Maybe it's just about 3:30 now. And then that's the end result. So they all look like that. Yeah, they can go. But these smooth ones are real nice. They feel good going on. It's just the ones that have got a little bit of their winter coat still. But I have put them on before and they've held, so they are pretty good. All done, that's the last row. Easy as. Well, that wasn't too bad at all. It is currently about 4:05, so it took about 35-40 minutes, which was pretty quick. That's 8 rows. Just got to do my cows. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them in the morning. I'll probably have to actually. I'll just do them tomorrow morning. These sheets of paper here are for the ice bank, so it tells you what bull or the semen is in which canister in there. But I am trying some more SEXED semen. Hopefully you can see it. There's a little bit of a glare on that paper, but I'm trying Lamar, Natoro, Titus and Fallow. So I've got 6, 6, 6 and then 12 of that Lamar because I quite like him. But for now these can get packed away till the morning. So those, don't need that one and that one and that one. So there's actually 50 strips in each pack. That hot water in the bottom teat seal bucket worked awesome too, so that's a good little trick. I know a lot of people do it like that. Last year I used a patio heater, but hot water, so much easier. I am sort of tossing up whether I do these tomorrow or sort of wait till the end of the week, because I can sort of see what cows are on. They're sort of bulling quite well, so I can sort of just pick them and do them when they come in. saved having to double up a few patches. It's quite a hard case though, because Dad really wasn't keen to do the young herd through the shed this afternoon. He just said do it while we milk them in the morning, but I think he's kind of changed his mind. Now I don't think he realised how quick it was going to take and how easy it was going to be, so yeah, it's a bit of a win for me, I think. But this year I've decided to do all the cows with these scratchies. So last year I just did the young herd. That was the first year doing the whole lot, and I think I used tail paint as well, so I sort of doubled up. But this year I'm just going to do the whole lot with the scratchies, because I think it worked real well. They're just so easy to pick. Or maybe it was the year before that I used scratchies and tail paint, and then maybe last year I just used scratchies on them. I'm not sure, I can't really remember. I'd have to go back and have a look at my videos, I guess. But I loved it. It's just so easy. You can pick them from a mile out, so I'm just doing it the whole hog. And I've actually spoken to a few people, and they said that these ones that I'm using, these Estratex by CRV, are the best by far. So it's just what I've gone with. But going back to the SEXED semen, so last year I tried 31 straws of it. It was the first time I'd tried it, and I wasn't real convinced, because only 13 of them held, which is like 42% of the cows that we put it in, compared to conventional, which was 58% was our conception rate. So it's quite a bit less, but this year I'm changing it up big time. My aunt and uncle, they actually do it down south. They said why not do it before you start mating for a few days, and then if those cows don't hold, you still get them in the first 3 weeks, and then heifer calves are always good when they're early anyway. So I thought that was an awesome idea, so that's what I'm doing. So today is Sunday. From tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's 5 days. I'm just going to try, or anything that we like that comes in, we're going to try with SEXED semen. Hopefully it holds. And it's frozen this year. I've gone away from fresh. If I don't use it this year, I can just keep it for next year as well. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to get scratchies on the younger herd now, is because they're probably going to go to most of them. That's all the sort of new genetics coming through. So it's a little bit of a toss up whether you sort of give it to your young cows, because they're sort of unproven, I guess, or you give it to these older girls, which you know a lot more data about. But I'm just going to do it to both. So whatever we like that comes in, if it's got good figures and it's a young cow, it'll get it. And then if it's a nice cow in here, like good udder, sort of like a 6 or 7 year old, or older, and the right characteristics, we'll just put it in it too. Just been setting a fence up for the morning. You can see there's water lying in these dips that are in this paddock. It's a pretty rough paddock, that one. Sunken in places. Now's having a good time. Here's another pretty wet spot too, which has gone down quite a bit because this whole corner was sort of underwater this morning, but it sort of drains out from there, and the main drain's just behind that hedge there, so it sort of just goes through there. But it's good if it drains away quickly, because it's pretty warm at the moment, so this stuff that's sitting in water, if it was there for like a couple of days, that grass would be dead. But I'm all done for the afternoon, so I'll see you in the morning and see if any of those young cows are on heat, and we'll put them up. Well, first row's on, and there is none to do in any of the first 2 rows. Can't see any orange indicators, but a quick little look out here. There's one there. You can spot them from ages away. That's why I like them. They're just so good. Number 17. See, look at that. And then any more? It's a little bit dark out here, so it is quite hard to see. Oh yeah, there's one right there. Here's another one, 127, and she has rubbed hers a little bit, but not enough, I reckon. So 127, 17. Now what I'll do is, what is the date today? It's last month, so we are into October now. Today must be Monday, and now 17. 2, 5, 6. So probably could do here. 1, 2, 7. We'll do her too, I reckon. And they suggest that I'm going to put number 17 to magnify or Superman. And 127 is Natoro. Right, that's handy. I've got one of those. She lost hers, but she's on. She's lost hers too. So there's 4 that's on now. So that one has been rubbed. She might be coming on. I probably won't do it. I'll leave her and see if she's on tomorrow. There's 2 in the shed now. They're on each side, but we'll do them together. So Lamar and Natoro, and then you just come across here. So Lamar is bank 6 and it's red. So I'm presuming it's that one. No red there, it's just orange. That one I reckon. That's red. That'll be it there I reckon. Lamar, yep. I was having a bit of trouble finding that one, but it's not in bank or runner 4, it's in number 5. But it's just thawing out in there. Right, so they're loaded up, and then I just write the cow numbers on them because they're different straws. Here's 128 and 127's at the back there. Try and sneak them in here because it's easier for Dad because he can stand on flat ground instead of on there. 1 down. Two down. Drizzling at the moment too. It is pretty wet again. Rained real heavy last night. That drizzle's eased up for now, but what a miserable day. Not real nice. But I probably won't be able to put scratchies on this herd today because they'll be too wet. There's a couple on this herd, so they've come in at the front, these 2 here. But I've just looked them up and their figures aren't quite what I'm looking for, so I'm going to leave them and then I'll get them with just conventional stuff next time. Just going to grab some of these. And I'm not going to run any hot water, so what I'm going to do to heat them up is just whack them down my shirt, and hopefully my body temperature should do it. Although, make sure the sticky side's on the outside so it doesn't rip my chest hairs off. But one of my favourite cows, number 52, she's come in on that side. So what I'm going to do is stick a patch on her because if she does come on, I want to know. And I did say it's going to be too wet to do it, but what I'm going to do is just dry the back, I think, with a cloth and then just whack it on. Something better than nothing. But nothing else is really coming, it was just those 2 at the start. Might stick one on this girl too, 252, I quite like her. It's actually quite dry now, it hasn't been drizzling for a while. I reckon it'd probably go in there, just giving it a rub like that. Actually peeled off alright. I also forgot to tell you, we had our last calf, so the calving's finished as well. She calved yesterday, so she's a couple of days over, but it's good to have that done. It's a bit of a pain putting them on with gloves too, because the sticky stuff sticks to your gloves. Might as well chuck the last one on this girl too. I was just waiting at the end, so I stuck some more on, just this last row. But there's also cows in here that I'm not going to make, like number 15, so she doesn't need a patch. The weather's turned again. Pretty heavy drizzle. Filled out the book, so I've written down that which I have to enter in the computer later on, so we know what's what. But I did just realise that all the SEMEN straws on here is pink. It even says straw is pink, so it would have been way easy to find. And then everything else is green. Yes, so that makes it a little bit easier. But all in all, that's a good day, I reckon. 4, so I was planning on having about 5 a day for 4 to 5 days. I reckon even if some good cows sort of came in the first couple of days of mating, I'd probably almost do them as well. But I think it's going to work. Everyone's different. This is just what I have sort of thought it's going to work for us going forward. And then my plan is with the other coloured scratchies. So the ones that I use SEMEN on, I've pulled the orange one off now, and then I'm going to replace it with a yellow one. So if that comes up next time, we'll know if they held or not. And then every other thing that we mate is going to get blue for about the first 3 weeks. So it should be easy to tell which cows haven't held or not. Jeez, I'm seriously keen to see some sunshine. But I see that the puddle has appeared over in the maize paddock, which would have been years and years since there's been a puddle there in October. But that'll pretty much do it for this video, guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. Like always, give it a thumbs up if you did, and other than that, I shall see you next time. hoping this rain was going to stop, but I might have to make a bit of a dash for it.